no difference.
Hello, everybody.
Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between... And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Panthers. 61 yards.
It's bad enough watching all the highlight reels, watching guys in warm-ups, going up and making these incredible one-handed acrobatic catches. But when it happens right in front of you, when you're defending him, that just makes your day that much longer, and you just wonder, how are we ever going to cover these guys?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage, look defensively. Got it. Touchdown, Panthers. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
He juked him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he cuts it out to the sideline. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 54 yards on the ground. And when you draw up a draw play, you want to draw it up like that, right?
Sometimes it takes some fortitude to call that play, because if it doesn't work, it's a lot of angry people waiting in the hole for the runner. In this case, it broke free, a big gain.
looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Their big tight end, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It's taken to the 26.
Return team. Automatic first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They come out here in the I. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies.
Touchdown, Carolina! Their big tight end with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything.
As good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, you can't teach that. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and
And Owen coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at their own 44. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle?
Touchdown, Carolina! Their big tight end doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown of the game. Tremendous job, and I think this might come under the heading of when someone has the hot hand, you've got to keep going back to him.
And on the defensive side, they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something to slow him down. I don't care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there with my good friend Charles Davis. Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy ready to go, and they kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front.
And the Panthers coming out now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll be a Carolina 1st.
Good! Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their big tight end, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And the route is record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake? Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 72 yards. And the elder statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that.
Elder statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game.
And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Time to step aside. Back with more from Charlotte after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Back to throw here. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk at them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. What? 90. 56. The mic, boys. 56. 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. What? 90.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So we've reached halftime. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll be 1st down Panthers. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Their big tight end, 67 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
We get a look at the Carolina defense as they work their way into position. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch counter.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there, 56 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They run the counter now on 1st down, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Vikings. So last week, mostly ineffective. This week, what we're seeing, very effective. What are you seeing that's different?
I think what I'm seeing is just a simple everyone is on the same page. And I know it sounds trite, but I'm talking about all the guys up front with the blocking schemes, everyone at the point of attack, creating space. And so far, it doesn't matter what gap they choose, they're finding it. A gap, B gap, C gap, does not matter. They're getting there, and they're creating nice runs. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
4 down, 4 down. Let's go. Brand 38. 59. Brand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
The Vikings defense getting ready to go. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Wasn't
very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the kids, they both lettered.
Your kids.
Exactly. Whose kids were we talking about?
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Their big tight end, 47 yards. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result, days like this one.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
All right, I got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. And he's brought down. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, They're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and got some big space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a hunting down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 91 yards. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 37.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. To throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself. So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them 0 favors with that return.
Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 56 yards. Detroit! And quickly, they get to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
get a completion.
You get a catch,
yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney! Set! Green! Back to throw again. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. Leopard! Here we go now. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. So they're operating in the red zone.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll look to throw again. That's caught at the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. to throw on 3rd and goal. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers...
He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He'll field this at the 5.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go!
Back to throw now. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's nowhere to go here? He lost the football. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be a Carolina first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And now out comes Minnesota. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right?
And now to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up third down. A long way to go for the offense here on third down.